Hi guys, it's Sheena here from Cutting Heart, and I just wanted to come on. There's been a lot of talk in the people I'm talking about the intensity of the energies. Right now we are in the early stages of Lionsgate, which has its own energetics around that, and there's stuff that's not my expertise, so I'm not going to talk too highly about it. As well, you should check out the Sky Priestess, Barivi. Oh, I can see her last name, but I cannot pronounce it because I'm missing the vowels. I can see the shape of it, but I can't. So, but I'm gonna link her YouTube in the comments for this, because you should follow her. She's like my go-to astrology person. I am amazed always at her ability to be insightfully and grounded in her understanding of the cosmos and how it affects us. So now I'm going to go blab on about my understanding. So when cosmic energies and stuff are coming down onto Earth, and we're not the only ones that do it. It's not like if humans left the Earth, because they're going to be able to process. But part of being a living, energetic being on the Earth is that we receive information from the cosmos and energies from the cosmos, and it flows through us down into Mother Earth. And so what I find is that when these big influxes of energy, and I know it just seems like there's a new portal or there's a new bombastment going on every couple weeks. Every moon has a thing around it. I mean, we just came out of eclipse season, which is another can of worms that we're not opening here in this conversation, but maybe some other day. But anytime there's large energies coming down for various reasons, the Schumann's doing the fluctuations of the Schumann and stuff, you get what some people call ascension symptoms and stuff. You get fatigue. And I mean, everybody's different in every moment. So sometimes you'll get fatigue and sometimes you'll feel suddenly energized. And it depends on all kinds of factors, because we're all doing our thing. You get fatigue, you get tingling sensations in the body. Your electronics might stop working. You can get headaches. You can get nausea. You can get a feeling of wooziness and vertigo. Hello, beautiful. I don't know if you saw that little bird. It's not a little bird. It's a young bird. Like, there's lots of different symptoms that you can get: nausea, tingling, seeing colors. For me, often when the energies are really intense, I just sleep. I will fall asleep. I will feel it building. It feels like I'm walking through fog. My brain isn't cognating right. A lot of the symptoms that I have with various body ailments I have are amplified. So you might notice that nerve tingles and stuff like that. So what I've been told is going on through my channels, through my guides that I work with, is part of what's going on is that we do act as these conduits for these energies into Mother Earth. But living human lives in this crazy society that the Western world has propagated for us, most of us are not actually in the state that is most conducive to being a conduit. That pun was not intended, but it's there. The ideal conduit state for me personally, and everyone's going to have their own little slides, but for me personally, the first step is getting into my heart space. And I normally do that through taking deep breaths, usually 3 deep breaths. Then on the bottom of that 3rd breath, I feel myself sinking into my heart, and my heart is like this. The image that usually sometimes accompanies it is a clay vessel, and it's just open to receive in my heart, and that's kind of the sensation I get. A tightness around my back and my heart, and this opening of the chest sensation, and then it spreads out into my wider energetic field. And if I keep taking deep breaths into my heart center, then I start feeling the energy running from my heart up and from my heart down. And then I usually form that into my tree meditation. So I'll focus my breaths. Instead of running up and down from my heart, I'll run them down from my heart into the earth and then up from the earth. And it's just this, the centered in that feeling of love, that heart energy, that love, that source creation love energy. And I'm sending that down into Mother Earth. And I'm visualizing roots growing all the way down to the center of the earth. And then as I do that at some point, and you don't like, you can get, your brain will try to take this over and catch up with like, and say, oh, is it now? Did we connect it? But try to just let your brain say, you know what? I understand your concern, but we're just going to do this from the heart right now. And at some point, there's just a connection with Mother Earth. And then you love her like you would love your mother, or like a lover, or anyone, like that deep devotional love. And you send it to Mother Earth and you'll feel it come back. Because you are her child and she loves you. And you're fully worthy of that. And when you feel that connection, and so each breath now, the energy is flowing between your heart and Mother Earth's heart, back and forth. Then I connect up. So that is still happening, but I'm not paying attention to it. I'm trusting that it's happening. And I'm moving towards that energy from Mother Earth is helping me grow my branches of my plant. Now, I generally am a tree, but I've done this as milkweed. I've done this as yarrow. I've done this as mugwort. Like, if you want to connect with specific plant energy, you can visualize a specific plant. Now I just come with whatever plant wants to, but just a generic tree works too, or bush sumac. The staghorn sumac is really lovely to visualize as, or whatever visualization comes. And then so I'm growing my branches out with the breath in the same way, with that loving energy flowing out into my branches, my leaves unfurling. And then at some point when your leaves unfurl, you'll start to receive the energy from the sun and the cosmic rays in through those visual leaves, and you flow that back to the heart and back out as well. And then once that's established, similar like you established with the earth, then you're going to come back into your heart and you're going to center yourself in your heart. So you're not your leaves and you're not your roots. You're centered in your heart. Like your consciousness, you are those things, but your consciousness, where your focus is centered in the heart. And so with each breath in, you're pulling that love from Mother Earth is coming up into your heart. At the same time, the love from the cosmos is coming up into your heart. And then when you breathe out, the love from the cosmos for Mother Earth is going down into Mother Earth. And the love for the cosmos from Mother Earth is coming from your heart up to the cosmos. So you are making this kind of figure eight through your heart of the love between Father Sky and Mother Earth. And when you're doing that and consciously while you're taking those breaths, those cosmic energies are able to flow through you. And you're able to ground, and a lot of those symptoms will start to dissipate. You can literally hug a tree while you do this. The tree will help you do this, especially early on. Walking, you can do this while walking. You can do this while, you can add whatever layers of awareness work best for you, because we all have our preferred inputs, right? Our preferred inputs. Some people are really audio. Some people are really visual. Some people are really just feeling. Some people just know, like, I mean, those are the clair gifts that a lot of psychics and people talk about. Like, these are your preferred input points. It's the points of communication. But it's a really good way of dissipating those symptoms. Because I find that a lot of those symptoms are coming up because there's just a block in the flow. Like, the intention is to conduit this energy between Mother Earth and Father Sky and be that conduit and that place of communication and heart connection. But life gets in the way. Not life. Humanity, society. That's the right word. It's just that they're saying society gets in the way. Having to wipe butts and blow noses and, pull in a 9 to 5 if you're lucky enough for that, or etc., 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 worrying about getting roofs over our heads and rent paid and stuff, it gets in the way, and we're not able to bring that attention into the heart to ensure. So little energy blocks and little, it's like, you know, a good storms blow through and trees and bushes and stuff fall into the waterway, and it blocks and changes the way the water flows. And with those changes of the way the water flows, some of these symptoms come up. So bringing awareness and allowing that focused awareness to help move the energy through how it's supposed to be is a very good way of dissipating some of these symptoms. And just doing this exercise alone has served me in helping with these symptoms for years. Since DNA activation, I'm able to do those connections a lot easier, and I believe that's partially to do with the seal removals from our spiritual DNA that are specifically designed to block and interfere with how energy moves in our water. They're like dams, and yeah, it's like a waterway that's had a lot of human interference. The seals are like dams and bridges and water wheels and stuff designed to siphon moved, and they have their designs of why they're there, but they don't need to be there, and they weren't originally part of the design and how our energetic body is supposed to move. So since I've had my DNA activated, and that's not even the activation, that's just the process of seal removal, my ability to allow the energy to flow through me and the symptoms of when we're having these high energy days. Now I'm just getting tons of downloads of information about how human collective is doing, about possible futures that are presenting itself, the timelines, how the timelines are shifting, all kinds of different information. Generally, it's on a wider global scale. I'm having more experiences with different beings. They have discovered I have come to the room. And lots of different stuff. And I'll do another video on DNA activation. I just wanted to do this video to try and help you understand if you're having some of these symptoms right now, or if you stumble upon this, there's always something going on in the cosmos. Cosmos don't take a day off. And so I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. And I'll have information in the blurb. Thank you.